Hello everyone. Today we are talking about Edinburgh's own knighted penguin, Sir Nils Olav. Firstly, a massive big thank you to Edinburgh Zoo for letting me come in and do this today. Thank you all. So, Edinburgh Zoo opened in 1913, so it's over 100 years old on this very site. And it's had a real link with penguins. It's got some incredible animals here. We came visited a few years ago, and we know that we've came to the zoo, both of us, all our life, as most people probably in Edinburgh has. But the penguins they really have a strong connection with, because it was one of the first animals they had. Not the first, that was a gannet, but one of the first animals they had. It was brought to them by a ship from Norway. So it's always been kind of there, and I think, I maybe get my facts mixed up a bit, but I think it also was one of the first zoos to successfully breed penguins, at least in the northern hemisphere. I used to know this stuff a lot better. Anyway, Edinburgh Zoo is a conservation zoo. It focuses on conservation of all animals in here. In my opinion, it doesn't toot its own trumpet enough. It does some incredible conservation work for animals all around the world, reintroducing animals back into the wild. But like I said, they have a penguin with a knighthood. This is the one thing about the zoo though. It's on a hill. It's on a steep hill, and I'm struggling. And this is Penguin Rock here at Edinburgh Zoo. Now, before we get onto Sir Nils, just a couple of things. This is the largest penguin pool in Europe, allowing penguins to get up to their full speed in the water so that they can porpoise. You know, that's when they jump out of the water, you know. So, I can't see it off from here. Maybe I'll go on the bridge in a bit and you can see it, but yes. And you can see the cleaners always have a job of cleaning up penguin poo. I think that must be like painting the fourth bridge, it never ends. Hello pal, doesn't look very interested, does he? They have three types of penguins here at Edinburgh Zoo. They have king penguins, they have gentoos, and they have rockhoppers. Rockhoppers being the ones that have angry eyebrows all the time. But they have two famous penguins, kind of famous. Sir Nils, who we're going to talk about, and Snowflake. Snowflake is actually an albino penguin. Wouldn't survive in the wild, but here, absolutely fine. It's nice, isn't it? Anyway, on to Sir Nils. Here we are, inside the penguin enclosure now. You can see they're all over there by their nests right now. It must be getting close to breeding season if they are nesting. However, those are the gentoo penguins. The king penguins are about the place somewhere, and it's one of them we want to talk about. These are the king penguins. But what we're looking for is one particular king penguin. Now you can see they've got bands. If the band's on the right flipper or wing, then that means they're a male. If it's on the left, it means they are a female. However, Sir Nils has a very special one. And they're all kind of gathering here now. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this him coming out the water now? Sir Nils has a different band on his flipper, which makes it very obvious who he is. Sir Nils Olav III, technically, because he is the third king penguin to hold the title. It is a hereditary title, and has since become a brigadier Sir Knight of the Norwegian Army. It's a bit difficult for me to tell which one of these king penguins he is, because they're all kind of facing the wrong way from me right now. Oh, hello. The first penguins were brought to Edinburgh Zoo by Norwegian Christian Salvesen, presented to the zoo, I think in 1913 as well, the same year the zoo opened. And since then, Norway has had a strong connection to the penguins here at Edinburgh Zoo. However, we've got to jump a few decades before we start on the knighted penguins. In 1961, there was a Norwegian called Nils Olav, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, who came and got enamoured by the penguins here at the zoo. I think they were performing at the Edinburgh Military Tattoo. He then convinced the Norwegian Army to adopt a penguin here and make it the official mascot of the Norwegian Army. That happened in 1972. It was adopted and given the name Nils after the gent whose idea it was for it to happen. So in 1972, when he was first adopted, he was given the title of Lance Corporal. However, every time the Norwegian Army have played the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, they have came to pay homage and honour their official mascot, and he has been promoted every single time. So I've got a list of all the promotions he's had. And I say he, remember, we're on Sir Nils III right now. So all the promotions that this various penguins have had. They're not helping me right now. They've all wandered literally to the opposite side, so I can't tell which one of them is Sir Nils. I want to say the one at the front. It feels like it should be the one at the front going, come on everyone, this way, chop chop. Here's a list. In 1972, when first adopted, became Lance Corporal. 1982, became a Corporal. 1987, became a Sergeant. 1993, Regimental Sergeant Major. 2001, Honourable Regimental Sergeant Major. 2005, Colonel-in-Chief. And 2008, a knighthood. When he got the knighthood, they actually had to ask permission from the King. King Harold V gave official permission to be promoted with a knighthood to Sir Nils. In 2008, Sir Nils Olav. However, in 2016, they returned and he was promoted once again to Brigadier Sir Nils Olav. The keepers here at Edinburgh Zoo apparently always know when there's anyone from Norwegian Army because they salute. Whenever they come, they salute. Even obviously if it's an official visit, they're going to anyway, and they line up and there's a parade. But if they're off duty, they'll arrive, they'll find him, and they'll salute. Quick break from the king penguins here. These are the rock hoppers. Aren't they just brilliant? Look at those wee grumpy faces. You walking away from me? How rude's that? I was just saying how cool you looked. No, having none of it? Alright, fair enough. So there you have the story of Sir Nils Olav, Brigadier Sir Nils Olav of the Norwegian Army here at Edinburgh Zoo. There was also a bronze statue presented to the zoo just up at the corner here by the rock hopper enclosure. We'll go up and we'll have a look at that as well. I think there's a plaque. And here it is. Look at that. It's big actually. Brigadier Sir Nils Olav. Brigadier Sir Nils Olav is a king penguin who lives in Edinburgh Zoo. His meteoric rise through the ranks began in 1972 when he curried favour with a visiting lieutenant, Nils Olav, who adopted him, naming him after himself and the Norwegian king. Under the instructions of King Olav V, Nils Olav was made Lance Corporal and became the mascot of the Norwegian King's Guard. He soon made Corporal, and after further grand ceremonial promotions, he made Brigadier in 2016. So far there have been 3 Nils Olavs. His name and rank are hereditary. Edinburgh Zoo's first king penguin was donated by Christian Salvesen Shipping Company when it opened in 1913. Edinburgh was the first zoo in the Northern Hemisphere to breed them. Haha, I was right. There is still a large Norwegian community in Edinburgh, some originating from the shipping business. Others escaped the World War II occupation of their country. On the 17th of May every year, Edinburgh hosts the largest Norwegian Independence Day parade outside of Oslo. So there you have Sir Nils. It's cool, isn't it? There's not very many places they can say they've got a knighted penguin. So, if you ever fancy coming out to Edinburgh Zoo, come see Sir Nils. Oh, you coming right up to say hello? Hello, pal. Oh, look at you standing proud. It's one of my favourite stories about Edinburgh. It's just one of these little quirky things that you've got to love. A massive big shout out to Franenchin for watching and commenting on last week's video. Thank you. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please remember, give it a big thumbs up, give me a like, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Remember, the goal is to hit 10,000. If we hit 10,000, I think I'll try to do something big. We should do something. A bungee jump or something. We've got to hit 10,000 first. I think we'll leave it there for now, guys. Once again, thank you to Edinburgh Zoo. Until next time, bye humans.